Hey guys, it's Keith the G. It's your OG. And this is part two on our conversation that we had about Boosie. Hey, I want to say thank you for all you subscribers and all the people that viewed um, my last little conversation that we had. I just want to say thank you very, very much. You know, they say game is to be sold and not told. Most people don't have any money to buy any game, and most people ain't lived long enough to even get any game. So if you guys tune in to me, I'm going to start giving free game to whoever wants it. Not cost you a dime. Just tune in. And later I'll tell you about some of my qualifications, and then you'll understand why I'm saying that. But getting back to Boosie real quick, you know, it's real quiet. The police are real quiet right now, and they're quiet for a reason. They're building a case. They're quiet because it's not what you know, it's what you can prove. And Boosie knows that. Boosie's been through this stuff numerous times. How many people do you know go through 3 or 4 different murder trials in your lifetime? You've been involved in situations where you've been arrested for your association with a murder or something. Boosie's been on death row. So this boy is well acclimated into the criminal justice system. So he's not scared. He's been through this. But he knows you got to prove it. It's going to be a little difficult. 2 ways it's going to get caught, and they're going to prove this, is with that jury and with somebody snitching and somebody dropping a dime on somebody. Somebody's going to drop a dime. Because see, Boosie, he got money. But everybody involved in that little setup, every one of them niggas is broke. Them niggas need money. Boosie can make it. Boosie just wanted more money. These niggas just need some money. And there's a difference. That jury is going to be a big, big clue on solving this case. Somebody is going to get antsy, and somebody's going to try to sell that jury. Because right now it's not doing anybody no good. They can't wear it. Who's going to touch it? And you got to know somebody in the jury business, or you got to have the capacity to be able to jump on a private jet and fly that jury to another country to where they don't know anything about Duke the Jeweler and melt that jewelry down and turn it into cash. Who's got money to do that? The average guy. The guys who set this boy up, they don't have no capacity to jump on a private jet and fly to another country and talk to a jeweler. They wouldn't even know what to talk about. They wouldn't even know what to say. They stupid. Remember, they stupid. Because you have to be extra stupid to do what they did. And man, today I looked on the Jeweler's Instagram page. Man, this little guy was getting money, progressive little young man. I'm talking about this guy looked like from the Instagram page, he looked like an example that I would say all young men need to follow. He looked like a family man. He was ambitious. He wasn't just talking about stuff. He was making stuff happen. And that's the difference. Making stuff happen. Getting results. That's the secret. So you want to know the secret to success? Is results. That's what you got to get. You got to get used to getting results. So when you start hearing them no's can't mean anything. Your goal is to get them yeses. So back to Boosie. So the thing I want to say though is I know some people in Houston. I'm going to make a few phone calls and see what more I could find out. But Another thing I want to say too was, don't be surprised that there's another murder behind this. You know, because somebody gonna be afraid of somebody talking and want to get rid of or sever that little link between them, and the culprits. So I wouldn't be surprised if there's another murder behind this. There's gonna be another murder behind this. There's gonna be more come from this. But they are not gonna get away with this. This thing here struck people, it hit people in a whole different way. And you're going to have the universe working on this boy's behalf. So then the little incident with Boosie was going about a week ago, running around telling me he need $1 million and for 2 days. Why would he get on Instagram and start yelling about him needing $1 million? That's not our business. If I needed $1 million, I'm gonna get on Instagram and say, "Yeah, I need $1 million," unless I was asking the public for $1 million, which he wasn't. He was just telling he's selling all his stuff. And why would that be something that people want? Why would that be something that you would put out there? He's stupid. He thinking, but he's not thinking. But what he think he's doing is he creating an alibi for himself to justify the money he may have, because all he got out of this deal, I'm sure, which is allegedly, was the money. Because the jewelry was too hot. So all them cats in there fascinated about this boy's jewelry, other than those watches, chains and all that stuff. If it had a medallion on it, that stuff's traceable. So that shit was worthless. So why would you get all excited about some jewelry that's so unique, and then you talk yourself into killing this person, taking it, and you can't even wear it? Because if you do, it'll tie you back to the murder. That's what I mean by stupid on top of stupid. They are not thinking. They think they're thinking, but they're not. Yeah, they think they're thinking. So this stuff is crazy, So everybody just be patient, because this stuff is going to come back. It's going to come up. Be patient, and this stuff's going to take time, because there's a lot of loose ends in this. So you just gotta let things work, and give it some time for people to get a little relaxed, start slipping, getting a little desperate, and let all those life things happen to people, and it'll start bringing, and then it'll smoke out the culprits that actually did this. It's greed and jealousy. All those things going to play a part. You talking about ghetto, broke cats who did this. And we talking about stupid. Now, ain't nothing wrong with being from the ghetto. That has nothing to do with the ghetto. I'm speaking of ghetto because I'm just trying to illustrate a point, saying that these guys didn't have any money. But more than that, they're stupid. That's just the bottom line, is stupidity. So just give it a little time. Be patient. Don't think that they just forgot about it, because they haven't. They're just trying to let the cream rise to the top, because it's going to come up. Somebody going to drop a ball that's going to lead them to one place. Then that place is going to lead them to another place. Then that place is going to lead them to another place. Then the next thing you know, they're going to figure all this stuff out. So all this stuff's allegedly, and this is my opinion, but I think the boy is guilty of sin, and I don't think the boy's going to have no good luck in his life from this because the universe don't reward people for this kind of stuff. Because this is bad. This is bad. And another thing about Boosie being a boss, Boosie ain't no boss. Boosie is a buster. That's what Boosie is. Boosie is a boss when he around broke niggas. We around a bunch of broke niggas, then he feel like he a boss. That's why he keep them kind of motherfuckers around him. Low life motherfuckers around him, because then that makes him feel bigger. His whole demeanor changes when he around people with money. He gets silly, he get giddish, and everything. Because he know he's a buster. In his heart, he know he's a buster. So he keep these little minions around him, little yes men, to make him feel like he a boss. Because a real boss would have protected that boy, would have never let that boy get hurt. The first thing you do when you see somebody that's slipping a little bit, and you know they're slipping, the first thing you do is say, hey man, don't walk around here with all that jewelry, man. These cats out here is stupid, man. You know, put that stuff up, put that stuff in the safe. You know, you don't want to walk around with all that cash. Never, you ain't heard one time where Boosie said he advised that boy to watch himself, put that money up, put his stuff up. Never did he mention that. That's just common sense. Anybody would have told Duke the Jeweler that. I don't even know Duke the Jeweler that, but if I'd have met Duke the Jeweler, if I'd have saw him, I'd have told him that, and I don't even know him. That's just natural things somebody would say to somebody. And when people don't do what's natural, or when things fall out the natural order, that's where the problem is. That's how you solve cases. You look for what stands out, what's not normal. Nothing he did was normal. And you know the reason why? Because he didn't want the boy to be careful. He didn't want the boy to watch himself. He wanted the boy to do just what he did so he could do just what he did. That's the way that shit went. Bottom line, common sense, and that's the natural order. Things have a natural order. People do things, say things, it naturally. Things come natural. Anybody would tell somebody, don't walk around with all that stuff. Don't have all that with you. None of that. Never did he mention said that. And obviously he made that boy feel comfortable. Because he kept, I'm telling you what he was doing, he kept dangling the boy on about buying that jewelry. So the boy hung in there with him, kept partying with him, but the boy just wanted to come in and take care of his business. But Boosie got him in the pool, a gambling game, because what he was hoping that the boy start losing his money and then would go out there and grab some of that jewelry and throw that jewelry up and he could win some of that jewelry that way, but the boy wasn't that stupid. That's why he lured the boy over there for the gambling thing, because they just knew they was going to crack this boy and he's going to start throwing Rolexes up there on that pool table, but he wasn't that stupid. But man, I just wish the boy would have been a little more careful, man. If the boy had just been a little more suspect, just a little more suspect, the boy would be here. Because that dude was a good dude on his face. I didn't meet him, but when I look at that stuff, and you can just look at the boy, you know what your instinct tells you. That boy's a good dude. He didn't deserve what happened to him. And this clown running around, he's a boss. And then he gonna say that he's a boss and he wouldn't let shit like that go down. But yet that's exactly what he did. Let that shit go down. Let that boy get took out. A real boss would have been telling that boy to watch himself, protect himself. You know, come with us, stay over here with us, pull up here with me. No, that wasn't what he did. No. He told that boy to bring that jewelry down there to that show, and he was gonna buy some of that jewelry after the show. The boys think he's gonna sell the boy the jewelry. That's why he brought it with him. When the boys had all along knew they was gonna take that shit, and all Boosie wanted was the money. Boosie just wanted his money back. And just want him some money. Boosie just wants some money. And then a week ago, running around telling me he need $1 million, but yet he need $1 million all of a sudden, but yet he was telling me he was gonna get Duke to make him some jewelry. And then a week prior to that, or 2 weeks prior to that, he was at some place buying more jewelry. Now all of a sudden you need $1 million. All of a sudden you need $1 million. That shit is stupid as hell. That shit is abnormal. Don't fit. And where it don't fit, you can't force it because it's not natural. Natural things fit. It's so many things about this thing here that don't fit. It's incredible. It don't fit. It's not normal. It's not natural. Natural things fit. You don't have to force natural things. And all that shit he's doing is forced. So, listen, I'm going to cut it short, but that's my take on Mr. Boosie. But stay tuned. It's going to get interesting. It's going to be interesting to find out how this thing unfolds. And it's going to unfold. Just give it enough time for somebody to get greedy and want to get rid of that jewelry. Or somebody get mad at somebody and start squealing. Something's going to happen. You watch. So stay tuned. It's going to be a part 3. But I want to thank all you guys for subscribing. Please subscribe again if you haven't subscribed before. And then in the comment section, if there's some stuff you want to talk about, I don't care what it is. Things about life, real estate, marriages, relationships, credit, bankruptcies, buying cars, buying houses, buying land, developing, all of those things I can give you game on. And it's just raw, big brother, big uncle game from somebody who's done it. Not these books and all these other things, from somebody who actually done it. You know, hands on. You know, I'm a 60-year-old man. I've been married 40 years. Same woman for 40 years. So I think that gave me a little right to be able to talk about a relationship. Ex-private investigator, paralegal, finance manager, real estate investor, friend, brother, just overall guy that's just done a lot of things in my lifetime. So I got a lot of things, business owner, a lot of things I could share with you guys to give you guys game, and you ain't got to pay nothing. You just put in the comment section some of the things you want to talk about, and we can get to it, and I'll give you the rundown on it, the low on it, and I can tell you what I know about it, and give you some game on it, like Big Brother style. So, hey, I'm going to cut it short. Subscribe to this station, to the channel. Give me some likes. That's all I want. That's what makes me happy. You ain't got to send me nothing. You ain't got to give me nothing. I'm going to give you some free game. Ain't going to cost you nothing. You know, so, hey, you guys have a good night. And I'll talk to you guys soon.